How's it going? What's up? We are back with more Final Fantasy XIV today. But of course, we're gonna be jumping back to where we left off last night. Back with more Hildebrand. Gonna actually try to do a little bit more of the dailies, that way we can actually get more of the tombstones. About to queue those up right now. Hopefully we'll have a good time with those, and hopefully hopefully we won't get stuck with All Amigo. Don't have a problem with All Amigo, but I've done it so many times. Let's actually look at our currency right now and see what we're working with. $525, so we have really made a lot of progress there. Definitely. Almost capped out with these. Verity. But in the meantime of doing all this, I would definitely like to work in just a little bit more Hildy. Just a wee bit. And really jump into his story. I wish I would have done it a little while back, but it's not a bad time now. Another thing though, along the way I'm going to discuss some events that went down today. I discussed them a little bit within the Final Fantasy XII playthrough, where I gotta admit went pretty decent. No major deaths, got close, especially there at the end with Balthier there, got very close. But hopefully tonight we have a better luck, and hopefully tonight we don't have any rando mishaps with everything. Let's just hope for the best there. Last night we had a bit of a conundrum. But definitely gonna try to work in a lot more of all this stuff tonight. So let's go ahead and hit up that queue. Final Fantasy XV Pocket Edition. Now that is something worthy of discussion. So far, I think I'm the only person excited for that. Just mainly kind of hoping that maybe, just maybe, they'll implement some different little story plots that we did not actually get in the actual game. And that's something a lot of people are afraid of, apparently, as well. Exact same thing. But let's go ahead and jump in this. Hildebrand. With a maiden's virtue hanging in the balance, Hildebrand would hasten back to Costa del Sol. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Manderville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it is in my investigations. Or, failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me. So let's head to Costa del Sol. Inspector Briarden. I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of our guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own. Teehee. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But, Inspector, Venice and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed absence. That is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or the lot? You know, like you always do. Inspector Briard, I knew the day would come that you would recognize my many talents. Worry not about Mr. Venice. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what needs to be done. The poor sot lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now, to the task at hand, we must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. Tonberry, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have the rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? Servant's garb? But why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sot. But the ceremony... Father will be furious, and Lord Venice. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens, and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only to concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewin, if father heard you say such things... I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I've put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me there. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Tonberry, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that blumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now, let us return before the festivities begin. You will not elude me this time, fiend. Ah, you return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Venice at the ceremony. There is odd I might do for you. Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not. I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Venice before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that the Inspector Briarden and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Nice looking heron. Swordfish. Curses. How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bruguiere Consortium and the East Eleanor Trading Company. We trust that you begin enjoying fine foods, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Venice is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalto Nalto. Sayana, honored guests, it's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Venice, future chair of the Bruguiere Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gugu Remu of the East Eleanor Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows ere today. The happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrel will sing for ages to come. Damn you, Hildebrand Manderville. You had one job. Oh no. Is this Ellie? She's beautiful. Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride, after all. Oh no, is this Hildebrand? Milady, say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want nothing. Pray, give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, yes, 1,000 times, yes, I'm yours, and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purpose. What is up, Red? Getting the laughs on with Hildebrand. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her loss. Oh no, we're just gonna wait it out. Too many events are going down. The fiend who now lies defensively before me. The game is up, Venice, or shall I call you by another name? The thief of many faces. Me? The thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well. Allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today: her father, Gugu Remu, and her steward, Luinart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Denise, you were to have the first glimpse of your bride to be today. Considered in this lot, you would not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural. Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with half their wits about them. Hey, he is wearing gloves. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once. Lock him up in gaol and throw away the key. Arabella! Oh, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. How would he know it was her? If you pay attention to Hildebrand's little point there. A glove on his right hand. Could it be? Hildebrand was right. Ha 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 ha. The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. What is up, MM? The thief! Stop wasting your time with that imbecile. Oops. Oh, the Mandragora. You came all this way for me? You love me. You really, really love me. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away, my lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Venice was found, bound and gagged, in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, my lady? The banquet was more exciting than I ever could have hoped for. Venice and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it's for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildebrand, who taught me this lesson. Oh, his facial expressions. For the love of the gods, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, yet in the end, he took only her necklace. Now that you mention it, Master Gugu Ramu told me about the clasp when it had first arrived, engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess. It is one of the most treasured pieces from the Bruguiere collection, known by many as Azima's virtue. The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Is it gonna hit this time? The Mandragora. Over here, Inspector, it says, need you look. The fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once, and may only very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too weary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the phantom thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably, the phantom thief, most certainly. Parley minigame is now available. You have unlocked the Parley minigame. Entertain yourself as many a Manderville man has before you by opening the toy chest in any inn room. That's pretty cool. The victor goes a priceless treasure, while the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Was that Ultros? Can a Manderville man triumph over the terrors and win the day? The Colosseum Conundrum. Was that Ultros? No way. Looks like we'll have more Gilgamesh. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key? And a figurative one? At the same time? Is that even possible? Guess we'll find out next time. You have acquired a toy chest containing several minigames. Visit an inn room to try your hand at these popular Eorzean pastimes. Okay, let's remember where Ellie is here. Let's go ahead and get this queued up again. I actually would like to check these minigames out. So, just really quickly, I'm gonna head over to Limsa. Go to the inn room. Check this toy chest. Yuna! What is up? I'm glad you can make it. And then after we do these little mini game things, if it doesn't mess up the queue, you know, if it messes up the queue, I'll back up, go back to Hildy, and we'll, maybe at the end, maybe at the beginning tomorrow, we'll jump in on these mini games. I just don't really want to slow anything down too far, only because I'm very limited on time tonight. I'm gonna be on about 2 hours from now, maybe a little bit less. I have work tomorrow, so can't stay up too late. So, I've read and I've been in all kinds of groups today talking with people. What exactly do all of you think about the Final Fantasy XV Pocket Edition coming? I feel so weird that I'm the only person I've met that's excited for it. Having 15 on the go with the nice cool chibi characters. Greetings, lad. What can I do for you this morning, moment? Retire to an inn room. Have a nice rest. Glah ha 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 ha. Toy chest. Let's check it out. I have no idea what this is. Oh, I think I get it. Trying to match shit. This is a weird minigame. I don't really get it. What am I supposed to be doing here? How do you beat this game? One more time. I just feel like I'm losing over nothing. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. So much better moves than I am. Son of a mother. I'm closing this confusing, weird game. Hey, I've got a lot of these things. They're just always chilling. What? Is it only for a, who knows? Okay, screw it. Let's get out of here. Definitely expected more out of that little game there. I don't know what I expected, just more. I'm gonna head back to Costa del Sol, start all this back up. Probably getting pretty close over here with the duty finder. Let's just hope for the best. Ooh, not really close at all. Do not even see a number. What is up, Lexi? How's it going? Ellie has the latest information on the Phantom Thieves' target. Tonberry, I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the Victor spoils. That's our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than the Amgina and Sons mineral concern. They say that the master, guys, will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate after all. The chairman, Master Verghese, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that, rumor has it, he could buy half the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial artist enthusiast, with his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills. He settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleagues, Ganleon is an Ul'dah, covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started. To Ul'dah. And here we are. Number 39. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude. Ganelon? He's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your time. What is up, Jay Green? Good to be back. Have a good break, Ton. Yeah. I suppose. I didn't really do a whole lot. Took Choco for a walk. Got caught up with some social media. But it's always good to be back in Eorzea. Oh shit, I'm missing good content. Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. I hate that these are all timed. The little thing there at the bottom is just a little meter, basically loading around. Bugger all. It's a travesty, I tell you. Did not expect that. Pantsless men. Hotch, Hugh, Haimo? Whatever is the matter? And where, pray tell, is Huchin? The four of you will compete for the cup together, yes? I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Huchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Meadow. Mishap? My arse. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar. Lower your voice, Hotch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Huchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Haimo. In victory and in defeat, The Montrevilles fought as one. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road? I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting fiddle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hoochin, for you I am always ready. Now, that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras. And I want each one to ring out over this gully. What is up, Matthew? Glad you could join us. The Montrevilles. Aye, as Hoochin tells it, they took their name from the training partner they met at the first Fist of Rolger, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. What's going down in the background over here? Consider me not the least interested. This talk of attacks on the competitors, however, of this I would hear more. Ah, yes. I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious elements and injuries. With the list of the entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thieves Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies. No. This is no mere coincidence. I would speak of an individual in charge of the event, or might have found him. Though the concern sponsors the tourney, today organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dormado. He should be in his office with the Colosseum halls. I'll send word to the gentleman Yuyubaya. He owes the Mithril favors to. Splendid. Come Tonberry, we've got a case to crack. Wrap it up. We got 20 seconds. Ah! There we go. Let's hope for a good matchup here. Let's hope. It's not, I'll let me go. I'm fine with the Fist of Rolger. Actually, this may be Trials. I can't remember what I even signed up for. I think. Oh yes, Kugane Castle. Huzzah! Oh. I have not been here very often. The least of all the other instances. So let's just hope this is a good playthrough. What is up, Karumi? Glad you can make it. I always love seeing people on all the streams. It's so awesome. Seeing people on 12, seeing people on 14. Oh shit, I don't even have a summon out. 2 summoners. That doesn't happen very often either. Zombie! What is up? Yes, we're in the Kugane Castle. I would never expect a group like this. I think we have a Scholar and 2 Summoners. not a bad group. Just a really odd group. Although, I'm wondering what this other summoner here is doing. Okay, never mind. There they go. See the DPS now. You should stream 12. Oh. It's been... Okay, the block variants. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I am just so limited on time when it comes to my streaming, so I get on here when I can. So bad. I would really love to be a full-time streamer. I would really love to be able to come on different periods throughout the day. It's just, it's really tough when you work a full-time job, so everything's just dependent on what time you actually have here and there. What is Mira? I don't get it. Where'd everybody else go? No way they died. Holy shit. Okay, the healer was over there already. Whew. Don't be sorry. I'm happy watching you in the evenings. I'm glad. That shit's all around. I did not make it there in time. Get away from me. That is not away from me. That is closer. Do not blow up on me. Don't do it. Go somewhere else and blow up you. Ooh. Got a little dirty there at the end. Glad you like watching in the evening. It's definitely the easiest period to actually jump in here for me, is the evenings, which I actually enjoyed a lot too. We actually get to come in here, chill, talk about some cool stuff. Events going down, loads of events went down today. From last night all the way up until this morning, I was mind blown with what I woke up to. All the content released, different little things to look forward to. One for me, may already have this. I do, so we'll pass on all this stuff. But one thing I was super excited about was seeing the collector's edition for the Final Fantasy Dissidia NT, or Newtel. A lot of people thought the title was going to be different, like New Trawl. So that was really cool too. The actual name was revealed, Newtel. Some people already knew, but whatevs. Just really cool to actually see all of it come together. And like I mentioned earlier, the Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. The only thing about it that I've heard about so far is the fact that it's going to be episodic. I really don't see the point in it, other than trying to kind of scam us for our money. They just know certain people will pay it. The Hildy brand quest makes me laugh my ass off. Yeah, it's hard not to with Hildy brand. All the facial expressions, that's my favorite part. And the sound effects. Oh, I'll lose it. Ah! Coming in and wrecking. I have a pic with Hildy having his ass in the air. Oh, you should definitely send it to me sometime. I'm sure it is hilarious. Get away from me! You just got shot twice! Haven't done them yet. One day. Hey, it's worth it. Oh, let's finish it. No good gear. Cindy picks tomorrow time. Sounds good, Mira. Always enjoy those picks. Honestly, I really do. Seeing the progress of somebody else playing through is also pretty cool, you know? You don't really feel like you're so alone playing. Plus, you know, great for conversation. Love it. If there's one thing you all probably know about me, I'll love to talk Final Fantasy. So good. I probably won't do it since I've seen you do them. Understandable. Completely understand that. But hey, maybe one day you'll forget some of the content and want to try it out for yourself. Couldn't blame you there for that. They're definitely hilarious. Oh shit. A bit early. Should have saved that. Oh well, we'll get another one. We ran through this place pretty quick. Is there Hildy brand quest in Stormblood? I actually do not think they've added them yet, but there will be. There definitely will be, that I've read anyway. Let's just hope, you know, it's not too far away. Where's the gold? this thing. Oh no. Get that pile of gold. There. Ooh. There we go. Be back later. I agree, I hope it's very soon. Alrighty, zombie. Okay. What is the loot? Dress up Yugiri. What? Let's need that. And everything else here, I'm kinda don't really need it. Let's hope this doesn't take too long. The healer didn't do a bad job. Why not? This wait is going to be incredible. Enable. Let's see what this says here before we wait here too long. Lost it. So yeah, let's get out of here. Thought it was weird, but I didn't see a number. I got the meaning on the first try. Ugh, that's awesome. There's only been a few things I've been so lucky on. Just a few. Let's get the next thing here queued up and ready. We'll go leveling first, then finish out the trials, just in case it's a Shinryu thing again. Whew. Let's hope not. Now let's go to the Colosseum. Do we just go inside? don't even think I've been in here before. Maybe I have. Do you buy it? From the Mitra, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter. I am Ellie, reporter for the Mitra, never blinking, all-seeing. You know the deal, yes? And you must be Dora Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Didn't expect that. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself. Ask away, me girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called phantom thief, and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fathers, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his subli. Looks like we've got ourselves another. These two aren't in the entry books. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for the next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. I, Inspector Briarden, as efficient as ever, a true gentleman, eschews violence. Inspector. You were thinking... It annoyed me. Dora Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master Fugace has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside of Karn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither, but I don't care how many faces he's got, we've nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasure safe, go fetch them and bring them to me, and be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many Faces? And another of his elaborate get-ups. Now, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them, as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they are, we've actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? Is this Ultros? Is this him? No way. I can't. Slobbering cephalopod. You called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila Inspector Hildebred, look, he's purple. Astute as ever, Dashu. The color is overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's just my receptionist, Ultros. Don't be startled. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it, he was one of the many bizarre creatures born of recent experiment with the ancient incantations at the Thaumaturgs Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything. Anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs around the Colosseum. And am I ever glad they did. I tell ya, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. I know you are not. I know not who you are, but where you hail from, and I do not care if you dare challenge me. My tempest blade will show you no mercy. Avila kind of reminded me of Beatrix. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor spoils, and that is me. Ooh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get pummeled by my lovely Avi? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have a little recourse. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall do what must be done. Tonberry Disciple will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Tonberry Disciple. Ye do look like a disciple. Well, bugger me with a spear. To think I'd see the day when a warrior of Lot stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinkin'? That's the sound of gil pouring into our coffers when the public finds out that the true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With Tonberry, I suppose we have a good chance. Zany, now we just need to make sure that he doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix, Avila was it, seemed quite certain for her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. I am already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Tonberry here safe. Let us return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us about the mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well, I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Maybe we won't blow you up this time and blame it on the other dude. Maybe. I can't believe we got an Ultros cameo. That honestly kind of made my night. I gotta take a very quick restroom break. 1 second. I'll be back. Hey, number 14. Number 12, actually. So maybe, just maybe, we'll be getting into the duty roulette for leveling pretty soon. Just walk outside here. So, during 12, I had a very, very good line of conversation going on with another. It's hard to tell if they were streaming or not, but needless to say, we were talking a lot about Final Fantasy VII Remake, about what we'd all like to see. What would you all really like to see? You know, that person was actually really hoping that they do not mess up Sephiroth, and I really don't think they will. But what are some things that you would all like to see not messed up or implemented correctly? For those of you that played Final Fantasy VII, you again, I've already told you that. What? Entered the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me that this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you go hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. We'll jump right back into this. Something I gotta say, I really hope they don't mess up. A lot of people, a lot of streamers, a lot of things that people actually talk about in chat groups when it comes to, holy shit, I have not been in here in a very, very long time. Ooh, let's hope for the best. But it's the whole, the Dawn part of the game. Oh, dude, no, not Totten, not Garuda. Want Ifrit in here. Michael Smith, make Cloud look manly. Holy shit. The odds of you jumping on here. Oh, that's so crazy. Venom should get it on this time. Oh, I think they actually make Cloud's character not really hook up with any chicks is because he's supposed to be really, really damaged from the events that have gone on throughout his life. So something like that's super unlikely. But no doubt it would, there's a lot of fans out there that would like to see it. Another thing that I really hope they do just right is the whole Nanaki Red 13. Like, that needs to be done perfectly. Another thing, I hope that they actually open up Vincent Valentine's story a little bit more. I don't know about how many people actually played it back in the day, but they definitely just kind of make him a quick little thing inside the game. It could definitely be worked on a little bit further. They just make him far too optional. Kate Elliott is good therapy for PTSD. I have a feeling that the party I'm in here with is kind of new. Zombie. I knew it blew my mind as well. I'm not gonna lie. I just didn't want to say anything. It really wasn't me. I don't spell my name that way. That is the really biggest fault in having my name though. I swear. It's more so a curse at times. But, Zombie, glad to see that you can make it back. Hot Force 105, what is up? Funny thing is, Zombie, you actually spelled my name correctly. So, kudos to you. Actually, there's a lot of people with the whole EAL thing, so, you know, it's what it is. I just think it's super odd. Like, in my town, I find the other Michael Smiths all the time, so. Hey, if you look hard enough, there's actually Michael Smith chat groups. I've been in a few. They're really awkward. There's a bunch of there can be only one jokes that get passed around. Seems Michael Smiths love Highlander. Kill. need to fight to establish Michael Smith dominance. I'll give it to whoever wants it. I'd just rather stick with the whole Tonberry disciple. Ton is fine with me. And my middle name, I suppose, but my middle name is like the only thing that sets me apart from any other Michael Smith. That's the part I keep to myself because it's also the one thing that makes me super easy to find. Just that one little thing. Oh shit. Only level 50 wouldn't be fair. How much does it cost to play this? What is up, Kevin? The game itself, there's actually a complete version that you can get out right now that comes with a 1 month free trial. And I believe it is 50, I believe. The game itself is about roughly 15 a month. You can actually download and play a free trial version though that is unlimited playtime up to level 35. There's also that for anybody interested in coming in, getting some new content. Oh, I say new content, a new game to play. Yeah, anybody interested in Final Fantasy XIV. Really stepping all over myself right there. Roughly $13 a month. Yeah, if you actually get an extended period subscription, like 3 months or so, it makes it cheaper. Or you can get the annual fee for a year. It really makes things cheaper. And that's like $100 I think for a year. Which really isn't a bad deal once you break down all the math there. It's actually a really good deal. I am not gonna lie. That is probably the smartest way to get through here, and I have never done it. And the cactuar. So, Michael Smith, if you're still around, does anybody ever spell your name wrong? Happens to me all the time. Needed a break, level 50 quest. Upcoming to Ishgardle. Always, even after I say it's EAL. I know those feels all too well. But I gotta say though, you're at a great part of the game. Things kind of start to slow down just a little bit, but then they pick right back up with that story, and they just keep pumping it out without pumping the brakes. Prepare to have the heartstrings pulled taut, because they will come through and clip them so quickly. Phew, he's still... Whoa. They just charge right up in there. You know, sometimes I wonder how often you do these and you're actually helping other players complete the story. Or how often it's just a bunch of people with level sync. Oh, of course he disappears. Woo! Woo! Twice. And I'm dead. What the fuck? This thing really hates me. Yeah, get out of here. I can hurry up and decline all this loot before I get filled full of junk. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Primal City. Yeah, working on 6 patch. Oh, wow. Really like the game, though Bard, and may stick with it. Bard seems pretty cool. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong hotbar, that's what's up. machinist or machinist. Looks nice. Then they're starting back at 30. I actually did not know that if you go machinist, it brings you back to level 30. But I get that. I totally understand that. Not really wanting to go back when you're wanting to progress with the story. That was me with the Red Mage. I actually have an alternate character I rarely touch up with, which I do plan on getting back to it once I've cleared out a lot in this, but it was my Red Mage, and having to go back to 50 after trying to progress through the story a little further, it just seemed rough. It seemed really counterproductive. Which it's not, but in a sense it is if you're really playing for the story. Better than starting at 1. Ugh. Chimera's last. Hopefully this healer steps it up a little bit. I know it's pretty chill in here, but... that last death was just kind of like, eh. Even though it was kind of my fault. I suppose I shouldn't say too much. Honestly, I'm just not used to being level 40. That's always fun too, playing for the the feel of having a powerful geared tune. It's kind of my goal right now, getting better gear. But I think they've really done a nice job with this game when it comes to normally I don't really focus too much on the glam, but no doubt the whole character creation, customization, they really do a great job in 14. It kind of disappointed me that not so many people kind of agreed with me in the whole comrades thing. I feel like Final Fantasy XIV had a better in-depth character customization than Comrades, though Comrades isn't exactly officially out yet, and it's more centered upon a different graphic standard, but still, yeah. They really spoil on character customization and everything here on 14. And I mean spoiled. We know what the Chimera looks like. My sworn enemy. Once you unlock Samurai Red Mage, you'll start out at 50. Yes, that is true. I'm starting to really think that Samurai is going to be the next job that I work on with this character here. It seems like a good middle ground to want to go to a more of a physical based character. Forgot probably, I don't know what they're talking about. Oh yeah, healer, you gotta step up that A game. You yourself need health. Did not mean to do that twice. We've almost got him. Woo! Healer, if you don't heal me, I am about to die. Oh no. Shit. Right there at the end. Can't you unlock Samurai and Red Mage at 50, or do you have to get Stormblood? That I am not actually sure. Made it accessible without being gated. You just have to be level 50, I believe. Yeah, if you wanted to try out other classes without having to level it with your main, Surround Red Mage would be the way to go. They start at 50. That is true. Then you don't really have much of a sacrifice to make there. What the hell did I get? Trousers. Well, let's dive back into some more Hildy. Get the trial kind of lined up here. We'll speed through a little bit of this, since we already read some of it. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me that this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched with Avila in the preliminary round, and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? The Pugilist Guild. Definitely need to repair some gear. Unlock them in Ul'dah. Know for certain the samurai is in Ul'dah. The Red Mage I do not remember. It could also be in Ul'dah. Part of me feels like it was somewhere in Limsa though. But probably not. Nothing cool happens in Limsa. That's not true. Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have ye? Well, you're not the first. I say, is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildebrand Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentlemen, my arse, have ye not a wit of delicacy? Never ye mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout it at the top of my lungs. No one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade? Some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in the gull as we speak. The girl's Alamegan, or haven't ye heard? You know it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you've got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry prod? This one's a real piece of work, Tonberry. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is, as it were. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says, or perhaps she works with an accomplice. She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding top. If I were bidding a woman, I'd put my gill on the ladder. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you. As well, yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. There might very well make an inspectress of you yet. Ah, Miss... oh shit. I'll give you a good wrinkle. You insensitive boor. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plot. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and common desire for justice. Ample appendages, whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved the case without leaving my home. Incredible! Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ulchers should still be in the Colosseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back off to whatsoever he came. Red Mage melee class. Yeah, Zombie's got a ranged caster. It's more so caster, I'm not gonna lie. I played my Red Mage for a while, and it's definitely more caster. And I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty difficult until level 64. No healing spell where it is definitely needed. Red Mage also best class. They have a melee combo, but for the most part they're a caster. Oh yeah, you've said it right. Though, once you learn Vercure Veraise, you'll be backup healer. That's true. With the dual cast. It's hard to say which one would be faster here. Get trials going. Usually doesn't take too long. 5 minutes, yeah, not very long at all. Let's hope and really cross those fingers that it is not Shinryu again. That is some rough stuff. I'm glad. Guessing it's the Gladiators Guild. I could be wrong. I hate it when people assume you have Res and Palace of the Dead as a Red Mage. I know those fills all so much, Red. So much. Well, I wanted my main to be Sam, but Red Mage had other plans. Oh, not Shinryu. I love the fact that Ultros is here. Less than 5 minutes, but we're not on the number yet, so let's go ahead and start this. Maybe it'll work out perfectly. Shh, friend, look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly, Duelations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting?
He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue. No law. I entered Palace of the Dead yesterday, and all of us were DPS. Oh, I've been there before. Shrek is Shrek. Is 15 better than 14? It's more of a preference. Yeah, it's just Kevin's got it right there. It's definitely more of a preference on what kind of game you really like to play. Is 15 multiplayer? It will be. We have the Comrades expansion coming out soon. For now, no, it's not. But the Comrades expansion, it should open it up and make it more. It's not going to be an MMO, so don't think that. So far from what we've seen, it's going to be kind of like a... I don't really know how to explain it. It's not really a MOBA. It kind of is. It's almost like a MOBA with a HUD station. Yeah, then pull every single mob thinking that they'll survive tanking it. When people assume you're going to save their ass in Palace of the Dead, so they play without caution. That was my biggest pet peeve, playing as a summoner in Palace of the Dead. Live and die. Oh, in front of the Coliseum. So we can leave here again. Oh, I went the wrong way. I may have a few times. Some on pull a shit ton and then died. That's my thing with Palace of the Dead. I love it, but I hate that when you die, you do not get any of the benefits. You don't even get a small little something. You could be in there for 45 minutes with the crew, running the place, doing well on your part, and then, like you've all said, the tank will just pull way too much, wipe, or better yet, you'll be in a party of DPS and nobody wants to tank. I've been in that exact same position before where I had to use Titan to go in and tank, and believe me, being a summoner, tanking with Titan can get dirty, especially when you do not have a direct healer. It can definitely get dirty. We're number 8. And we'll repair some gear while we can. And nothing needs repaired. Let's take a look at Ultras. Always like to come in here and get a good close vic. He's just looking really pervy. But you gotta admit, they did really nice work. He's a bit smaller than I would, thought he would have been. But no doubt, the design is there. What was it? A King's Tale? The side scroller, Final Fantasy 15 prequel, you actually face Ultras. I've actually never played it. It's something I do somehow want to incorporate into things when I start streaming 15. But I've definitely watched some of the playthroughs on it that other streamers have done. Definitely. Oh, rest Oh, sustain. The ability to actually heal your edgy. Okay, I was really thinking that this would be a little bit faster. We're number 4. Never mind. We're there. We're there! We are there! Okay, I spoke too soon. We have a DPS that does not want to click X. Or enter. Or whatever it is on PC. I laugh every time I'm in a party without a tank, and we all stand in the entrance of every room kind of like Ratchet waiting for someone to pull. Oh, that's like the nutshell of it. I'm fine with E3. I love E3. Oh wait, Totten. What am I thinking? It's not the Battle of Embers. It's the Naval. I guess I just saw the colors and spoke too soon. But yes, Totten, also good. It's been a long time since I fought Totten. A really long time. Although, they had my hopes up with E3. I think E3's just easy. I get knocked off the side with Totten. Though I didn't last time, let's hope I don't this time. Cross your fingers for not getting knocked off the side. You're doing a good job so far. 10 autocorrect. Don't you hate autocorrect when you're trying to cuss and it just won't let you, no matter what? You want to say hell and it's saying heal. You're trying to say damn and it's spelling Dan for some reason. And then you're just thinking to yourself, I don't even know a Dan. Oh shit. Healer, where are you? What are you doing? There's 2 of you and I've got 1,000 health. You know, it has to be really rough being a healer. I mention it all the time. I've been on here and a few people say it's really fun. But I listen to myself sometimes and I'm just thinking, damn, that's gotta get annoying. Sometimes I wonder what exactly it was that made most healers want to go up and be a healer initially their first time around. You know, some people like to actually just help people. So that's pretty cool that they could actually have a role on the game where they could go off and help people. Kind of helps deal with their style of life, style of living. But for the people that aren't so into that, you know, it really makes you wonder what it was that exactly talked them into wanting to be a healer, to play support. Ugh, now I'm good. Damn it. At least I can get a res. It's better than falling off. Maybe not. Yeah, these healers are just focused on tanks only. Crazy. Oh shit. What did these lyrics say? Did he just say something about an endless knot? I'm looking up these lyrics once I get out of here tonight. We're nearing the end. These damn exploding rocks are everywhere. Ooh, that was close. Whew. Got afraid there for a little bit. It stings when you go above and beyond as a healer and then no comms. Aww. That poor black mage. I normally give comms to the healer. I'll try to give player accommodations. The one thing is, sometimes, oh, I feel bad for that healer. It makes no difference. So, you know what? We'll go above and beyond. They're dead. They may not accept it, but whatevs. We send it to them. What's the loot? What is this? Something for the machinist. Or the machinist. They don't even want to accept my res. And lastly, DPS. Yeah, I have barely got any player accommodations throughout my playthrough. Let's actually check them out. Let's see how many player accommodations I've actually acquired. Yeah. Is it here? Or is it your reputation? Yeah, 71. That's not too bad, I guess, for a healer, or a summoner, I mean. A healer. We've been talking about healers so much. I've been brainwashed. That's not too bad, though. I'm sure there's worse. Or if I know someone is needy, I try to give my comms to them too. That's cool. Do they actually make a difference in the end when it comes to actually being paired up anywhere or anything? Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might be he plotting this time? He's a pervert. Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they'd taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them? Duh. Same. Then come tanks. No, but I think you get them out when you get a certain amount. Really? Yeah, 3,000 accommodations for a parade chocobo. The fatty one? What? I need more accommodations. Hildebrand is contemplating on the implications of Ultros' behavior. Ooh, looks like we're gonna have the Manderville men back. But right before I jump into that, I'll be right back to this spot. It's gonna be pretty easy to find here in Ul'dah. I am actually gonna go ahead and travel over to Ralger's Reach and get the new equipment. I can actually get quite a few things. Well, maybe 1 or 2 pieces of equipment actually, maybe not that much. We'll see though. Play healer then. It's a giant, fat chocobo with a crown. That sounds awesome. I have a little part of me that wants to play a healer role, but I actually would really like to play a more physical-based job class next. Just playing as the red mage and the summoner for so long, honestly, it would be a really, really fresh take on a different character, or at least on a different job class. Still debating on that if I'll even make it a new character or not. Part of me just has been thinking about going not summoner, but samurai as a Tandari disciple here. Really undecided. It may be a long time before I start a whole new journey. There's also part of me that wants to do that, start in Ul'dah, see how that plays out. Tombstone exchange. We've got quite a bit of these. Any of this armor? Will it help? Oh, these hands will. Let's worry about the creation first, and then I'll dive back into the other. The headpiece. Yeah, let's get that one. The helm. And that's all we'll be able to get of that. We'll get these gloves. They help. Or what about these bottoms? They also help. Hmm. $235. 145. Yeah, let's go with the legs here. The Alamigan skirt of casting. Oh shit, we can get so much more. We can get the gloves too. Not those ones. Did you get Thancred in Ul'dah when he was a gladiator? Oh, that's pretty cool. Sorry, I did look down. The only reason I'm getting this stuff is just because it does actually help up my gear. And plus, you know, it doesn't actually make too big of a difference, you know? Because spending these tombstones doesn't really make any difference towards the, what is the creation on the others, so... And everything else has already been obtained for the other side there. So I believe we are good. Oh yeah, 305. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I thought you were gonna buy healing stuff, but I was going crazy. It's all good. So now let's go back to Ul'dah and jump back in there. I wish I could actually get a few other things, like the whole primal stuff, the totems. I haven't got any, but I'm guessing that you actually have to obtain a lot of this stuff. I want that so bad. XIV. The Fox Kit. What? Hingenbarding. But yeah, it'd be really cool to be able to get all this stuff. The farms, though. Especially Ixion. I actually looked up how to get Ixion, and that is just 24-hour queue times? I mean, seriously, how do you even farm that? Like, when is Square gonna change that shit? Don't get me wrong. I understand they do their little difficulty things where they want people to go through the trials and tribulations and earn things. Completely understandable. Come on now. 24 hours? I work. I have a life. Unfortunately. Did you get the weapon? I did, actually. Not this time around. I've had it for a little while, and it's just kind of been lurking there. It was one of the first things I was able to actually obtain. I get those other tombstones like crazy. They just like rain those down upon you. Here is so many useless tombstones. We'll give you more than enough. And when you've reached the limit, we'll attempt to give you more. That's how I feel. But hey, that autumn level, 305. We're getting places. They nerfed it too. Ugh. They nerf the summoner more than anything, so I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, 30,000 HP. What are you contemplating on, Hildebrand? Poor misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul, luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes. Now perhaps we should return to our investigation. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dora Meadow, back at the Colosseum, should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Colosseum and speak with Dora Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Wee. Or am I? Come on now. I just want my octopus. What any octopus wants: a cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run. Then again, I am an octopus. Do you ever hate it when somebody just automatically assumes that you can just drop everything and call them? Like, come on now. It's 2017. There is shit to do now. It is hard to just, I'll drop everything. Whatevs. Get the phone call out there. Or when somebody sends you a text that says call me, that's another one. It's like, ugh, you are halfway on the right path. Just finish, execute. Yes, what is this? What is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for Avila, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I'll warn you, though. If you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor bugger, Ganelon, tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm me up for the tourney, then that might be just the ticket. Gahar. I can assure you there will be no need for the gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Yeah, that's what I thought. The coffer and coffin. It's way out there. Behold, the lovely Miss Avila, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from her here, so as not to set off the girl's famed temper. How many times must I tell you that there is no cause for concern? The spoils shall be mine. It may as well be written stone. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Rabban al-Din won a new life for himself in the Colosseum, I shall win a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 1,000, no 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the Uldans no longer. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa Mines to meet my sister. Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of failing her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Oh, Ultros on the watch. Wee. Trying to steal Avila from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Ulti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu. Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me. Preposterous. Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspected passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me to heave. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, that is gonna be a run. Well, let's mount up. We'll ride the company chocobo. I wish they would implement flying in the Realm Reborn areas. The fact that we still can't fly our mounts here, I will look for those turrets. Do not test me. Give me flying in a Realm Reborn areas. Did he throw it at Ultros? Yes, I believe so. That maiden in modding garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. I thought we agreed, no hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not. Hegelina? Hegelina? I have taken the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. I think that's what that says. Even if the most modest estimates value its worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklace from the Estimes, sun silk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the old-on upper crust. Those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Ivy. Wealth is all well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I am proud, no matter how humble our birth. If we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. No. That is your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this for us. Now I must return. Gods forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. Can't already have. That's my Avi, unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. A more moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the ways of prospective clues. It would seem Avila's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with this girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Ulti has had it up to here with you. Do you think, you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little boy? Wait, I'm talking to you, Mr. Warrior of Lot. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer. Got Hildebrand. Not you, you idiot. No need for concern, friends. I have simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground. I am pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Now, shall we return to Ul'dah? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all of this is to lose our bout, but forfeit. Could it be that that musclehead dived straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman, if I ever saw one. Calling him like it is. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you've got another thing coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute. I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around... Give me a break. Voltros is blasting off again! The Gate of Nald. This will cut off a couple minutes. Phew, 15,000. Honestly, I didn't think that jump was that big. But that's coming from the guy who's jumped off every high little ledge there is in Eorzea. Yes? Is something the matter? We're on something of a lot schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Hildy. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about. The lumps on his head. How do they not see him? This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Colosseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Whee! Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. Did not see that coming. My chimera. Oh yeah, that's right, Ultros. Who is that half-naked fool? Father, could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry but you? Hildy, I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making, and what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Nobody sees him up there? Just a bit of sleuth work, Father. And with that, we must return to Ul'dah. If you have not heard, your son is set to compete in the Mithril Cup. Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Manderville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father? Remind me to never go to one of their family reunions. Gah, just who is this inspector anyway? Hildy is a worthy rival, if ever there were one. Who goes there? Gilgamesh! Hildy, Tonberry, I've been waiting for this day. Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap? I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up. Gulliver? Because this just might be our lucky day. Gulliver? There is no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me whatever you will, friend. But heed my words, Tonberry is a formidable foe. That's sounding like a high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. I know not what brings you to battle with those two, but I warn you, you would end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off, for reasons that I do not entirely understand. I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Tonberry, I will not fall so easily this time. Well, it looks like I've got my legs full, all 8 of them, but if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. Ha ha ha. Now he sees him. A simply twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Nobody here but us octopods. Look forward to your next laugh as a masterpiece, friend. What was that? Oh. Muscleheads, I hate them. Why is he naked? Must have missed that part. That's just his thing, you know, he runs around in his underwear. Good heavens. Chancing upon father like that. I dare say, it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are now about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? And we will see those investigations on the field of battle tomorrow night, everybody. Because it is after the time I actually wanted to get off. I was hoping I'd be able to get out of here about 10. It's 10:13 in my area, so it's not too bad. But if you would like to see more of these events go down, you like Final Fantasy, or you just love my crazy antics, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, tomorrow we will be jumping back into all of this. We'll be doing more Hildebrand, more dailies, going to try to up that autumn level up just a little bit further. I want to get it to about 310, and then we'll try Susano Savage again. And then I also want to do Lakshmi. I need to do a little homework beforehand, but definitely want to jump in there and do that as well. Tomorrow we'll also, again, jump back into this Hildy stuff. I really want to get more caught up with the Hildy things. That way when the Stormblood Hildy quests do drop, I will be right there, ready to be able to jump in there, stream every bit of it, keep the story pretty coherent, pretty linear, pretty adjusted well. A lot of pretties there. Maybe it'll be beautiful. But until then, everybody, I hope you all have a great night, and I'm glad you all stuck around for watching. Thank you everybody that was able to make both streams. It was pretty cool. And just all in together, thank you all so much for watching. And definitely I love your crazy antics. Good night to you as well, Zombie, and to you, Kevin. I totally forgot Zombie mentioned there was a VV questline in Foundation. Ooh, that's also true. I could jump into that tomorrow as well if we find some good time between Hildebrand quests. I would love to see some VV things go down later on. Great stream. Thank you, Jay Green. Thanks for sticking around, and thanks for watching. Always have fun. And everybody that kept a live chat alive, thank you all so much. Always love that as well. But Jay Green, Kevin, Zombie, glad you could all make it. Red, thank you for watching. Glad you could make it as well. Shrek is Drek. Hopefully you find your way over to Final Fantasy XIV. Thank you for coming in and watching. Michael Smith, it's such a small world, I swear. Thank you for coming in here and watching. Hopefully you dodge a few other Michael Smiths along your way. May your trials and tribulations go smooth, and may you be able to make a bank account without troubles. Yuna Gailey, or I probably butchered that, but Yuna, glad you could make it as well. Lot Force 105, thank you for coming in here and watching. Glad you could make it. Mira, glad you could make it as well. Thank you for watching, no doubt. Matthew, Lexi, MM, thank you all so much. And yes, I will see you tomorrow, Red. Thank you. You have a great night as well, Yuna. Stone Age. Yeah, just a little bit late today, but hey, I'm glad you can make it. Give it a few minutes. This will process through. You can see the crazy events that went down tonight. Maybe you can jump in and see us tomorrow, Stone Age. Always glad to have you around. But no doubt, everybody, it is time for me to jump out of here. And hopefully you all have a great remaining night. I actually have to finish my drink, walk Choco, and apparently make a phone call. But I hope you all have a great night. And again, I can't thank you enough, but thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. If you have work, let's hope that goes swift. Good night, everybody.